what's going on? Been a few years. I don't think I posted a video all of last year. Had some of my old videos pop up in my main YouTube account. I read some of the comments, and there's quite a few people, surprisingly, that had not seen enough of me. Wanted to know if I was still alive, still out hunting. Definitely both, I think. Been fishing a lot. So anyway, it is the second day of April 2026, Central Indiana. Back at the same black spot I made a lot of videos at, but that was apparently what a lot of you guys wanted to see. So made it back. Yeah, I'm still smoking the darts. Still kind of early out here. Hardly any May apples up, but I've seen some stuff posted up in my area, so I thought I'd come and check it out. I spared you the long walk and the introduction, a lot of talking, so we just got back to the spot, grabbed a couple of smalls. But I'm looking out here and shit's looking real good. So what we'll do is I don't plan on turning this into anything crazy. I'll just show you where I'm hunting. Big hilltop, a lot of shagbark hickory there, over there. And this is a southeast facing hill up on top of a creek bottom. A lot of sun, sandy soil. It warms up first. That's why I'm here. I mean, I've seen people posting some early graves in the front yard, and you know, the apple trees and the fruit trees out in the yard full sun, but it's still kind of early. So normally get a couple flushes off this spot. This is the first. I'll stop talking. We'll just go look at some mushrooms now. Oh, they gotta look too far. Nice guy there, baby there. I'm getting older. We're not making 4 trips out here this year. We'll probably make 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and take most of what I find. So there we go. That is exactly what we are after here. We'll leave that guy. That's no point in that. Go ahead and leave him as well. It's honestly looking pretty good out here. I mean, if I can normally pull 5-10 off this first little area, it normally means the spot uphill is going to be pretty good. So I'm sure there is. There's a little 2-piece. Let's look at him. We'll leave both of them. I was going to say, if there's a lot of stuff that I don't see, I'm sure I'm just trampling the shit out. So we'll try to avoid that. I don't want to bore you guys with too much of the same, but obviously if we come up on a nice little flush, I'll turn the camera back on. I'll check in every now and then, let you know, it needn't be that close, creeping everybody the fuck out. If there's a good flush, I'll turn the camera on. I'll check in every now and then, see what the total is, and I'll weigh in on some spots and where I'm finding them and where I'm not, and why I think that is. Obviously, I don't know nothing. I know as much as you guys. I just go out here and they're here or they're not. So let's grab this guy looks like he's been up in the sun a little bit. Awesome. Check back in a little bit. All right, we got this first little, as I was standing on a bunch there. Also, if you're hunting on a slope like this, make sure you covered both directions. So go down, come back up. You see a lot of stuff at a different angle, like these two that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. There's another one up there I may or may not have stepped on, but we're gonna let him go. So got that first spot cleared out. I've got about 4, 5, 6 more out here, so looks good. Maybe 1.5 pounds so far. Definitely bigger stuff up on the top of the hill as opposed to down on the bottom. So yeah, keep going. All right, definitely made some advancements. Might be the winner of the day so far. Like I said earlier here, shagbark hickory. I know a lot of you people are probably zoomed in when I'm saying them. That's when I'm finding them off of and saying, well, I don't see very many hickory and I see a lot of other trees. And that is correct. These are not going to be, I'm squashing one. These are not going to be on the base of a tree like your late season yellows, or you find a lot of grays. They're going to be in a general area associated with the type of tree. So it doesn't have to be the predominant tree in the area. As far as these blacks, it just needs to be a dominant tree in the area. And if you got a spot that looks like this and you go out and you say, I've never found any out there, well, I can't tell you how many pieces of woods I know that look just like this that don't grow, and how many acres of this woods that don't grow a single black, but they look the exact same as the area I'm in. So cover all the ground. From the size of stuff and the weather we've got coming in and the rain, we probably would have done ourselves a real service to let this go another 4 or 5 days, maybe even a week. I'm not. The older I get, the less I'm caught up in the finding the first of the year, but I definitely still want to find the most in that year. So nice stuff over here. And the good news is like I do every year, and I say I'm not coming back here this soon, I'm gonna take everything I see. I'm leaving a lot of stuff, so we'll give this, we still got some ground to cover out here, but after we leave, we'll give this another week and let everything just get full grown as big as it's going to, and come back out here and cut it down. So onward. All right, here we go. Look at the color on this one. Stem completely stretched out, and the older they are, the darker they get, the easier it is to see. So take something like that compared to something like that. That's another reason, probably leave them as long as you can. I get it if you're hunting public space, or laying there like Playboy. If you're hunting a public space, or you know, woods that gets a lot of pressure and you don't have the luxury of leaving them, I get it. But if you're considering leaving them that you get twice the yield and they're easier to see and less strain on your eyes, seems like a good deal to me. And also, in reference to that one I just ripped out of the ground, I've been hunting the same spot probably 10-12 years, somewhere around there. First 4 or 5 years I was like a lot of people starting out that I see on the onlines with the, has to be a mesh sack or an onion bag or a potato sack or some shit with spores to spread, and you got to cut it and all this stuff, and if you don't, you're going to ruin your spot and whatever. come to find out through people smarter than me and trial and error, that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. I have been exclusively pulling out of this spot, not cutting, not picking, not plucking, just pulling the whole damn thing out the ground, discarding the nasty ball with dirt, chucking it down, and as you can see, it has not affected the production of this level of this wood. The only thing that affects that is temperature, precipitation, maybe snowfall throughout the winter, maybe some other things I'm unaware of, but I can tell you one thing, me pulling that damn thing out of the ground has nothing to do with whether they'll be here or not next year. So onward, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so here's where we are at. I don't know, 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. Starting a new sack, starting to get heavy. So I think we're on probably spot 4 or 5 of 7 or 8. It's kind of one of this big continuous gradual slope, and it goes from east facing to south facing. And as I'm moving south, the production is slowing. Numbers are, but size maybe seems to get a little bit better. So whatever that means. At 45 years old, my eyes are just, I got a couple good hours in it, and that's about it. It's not like I'm in my 20s, I can stay out here all day. So instead of scouring this entire area, I think it's easier for me just to basically look for the big, stupid, obvious stuff. I'm sure if somebody came in here after me, they would think nobody's been in here. I have left a lot of stuff, and a lot of probably obvious stuff that just to cut down on the time and the eyes and all that shit. Generally what I will do is I will look out and see if I can find anything obvious like this. Very nice. And then I'll just get low, like on my stomach, and scan the area. And since my knees are shit, sometimes it's easier just to crawl over to the dude as opposed to get back up. So from the low vantage point, you can kind of see something popping out a little bit easier than you would, you know, standing up trying to preserve your back. Like I said, if you can see, the size is improving, just the numbers, but I'm seeing them in a wider area than normal this year, and I am seeing a lot of doubles and triples, and we got probably 4 or 5 days in a row of rain coming and some good temps. So looking like it's gonna be a good year. And then about that guy's been here. Look at him. Nice in that guy. And like I said, definitely even if you're on flat ground, over here. Alright, we got about an hour and a half in. I'll go going spot to spot. Some of them, you know, some of them are good, go right next door, nothing. So there seems to be little microclimates. I'm sure there is in every wood, so cover pretty well. Like I said, after about an hour and a half, my eyes are getting there, so kind of tired of crawling around through the Strait of Hormuz here, but new spot, new little flush. Let's see what we got. See anything? Anybody? Okay. Also, if you're an old purist, and you do the cutting and the bags and the spreading of the spores and all that, do yourself a favor. Just pluck one of these dudes out the ground. Just pluck him out the ground. It's liberating. You're gonna love it. Do it in front of your grandma or grandpa or your dad. Do it in front of your dad. Just piss him off. Just pluck that thing out of the ground. You're gonna love it. All right, we'll keep going. I'm old. My eyes hurt. Thought I'd save the choice specimen of the day. Remember, get your granddaddy's spot. If you take one thing out of this video, plucker. Hit him with the plucker. They're gonna love it. All right, I should have kept the camera on a little bit longer. That last little spot would not end. Got a whole hat out of there, Ronnie. So we got a whole hat. We got a couple of pounds at least in that bag. We started that one off. So not, and I just fucking snapped that one. All right, anyway, I'm going home. I was gonna dump all of these out of the bag so you could see them, but then I'd have to pick them up when you weren't looking, and that seems kind of stupid on my behalf. So, so anyway, thanks for watching. I guess it's been a while. Thanks for the nice comments and the people that wanted me to put another video out. I'm 45 years old, so I'm not gonna tell you to like and subscribe. Actually, just don't subscribe. I think I haven't made a video in 2 years, and I lost like 400 subscribers. Yeah. Sorry about you. Sorry I wasn't productive enough for you. So anyway, don't like, don't subscribe. If you want to say what's up, hit me in the comments. If you'll make another video this year, say so. And I may. It's easier just to walk around the woods without having to stop and keep recording this shit. But if you guys like it, and there's certain people I watch on YouTube and they don't put a video out for a while, it kind of pisses me off. So I get it. Glad you like coming along. Also, speaking of hard to find stuff, if anybody has a lead on the Neatos, which is the new hot squishy toy, I have called everybody in the tri-state area today looking for some for my kids. I was able to hunt down one package, which they're gonna have to share or whatever. So hit me with the Neatos. Maybe we can trade them up for some mushrooms. So everybody be easy. See you soon.